Rome, the Eternal City. A place where history whispers from every stone and ancient ruins stand as testaments to a glorious past. The Colosseum, the Pantheon, the Trevi Fountain, these iconic landmarks draw millions of visitors each year. But beyond the tourist attractions lies a vibrant city pulsing with life. From the moment you step out your door, Rome envelops you in its energy. The streets become a stage, a vibrant tapestry of humanity. Stylish locals rush to work, their conversations a melodic blend of Italian and hand gestures. Tourists marvel at the ancient ruins, their cameras clicking incessantly. And somewhere in between, an expat navigates this captivating chaos. Join us as we delve into the daily routine of an expat living in Rome. We'll uncover the joys and challenges of navigating this historic city. The morning light in Rome has a quality unlike anywhere else. It seems to dance through the ancient streets, illuminating centuries-old buildings with a gentle golden glow. As the city begins to stir, the aroma of freshly baked bread wafts from local bakeries. Our expat protagonist, still adjusting to the rhythms of Roman life, slowly opens his eyes. Throwing open the shutters, he steps onto the balcony, a wave of warm, sun-drenched air washing over him. Below, the street is already coming alive with activity. No Roman morning is complete without the ritual of coffee. The aroma of freshly brewed espresso, rich and intoxicating, permeates the air. Our expat, eager to embrace the local customs, makes his way down the cobblestone street. He arrives at a small, nondescript cafe, its windows fogged by the steam escaping from the hissing espresso machine. The first sip of espresso is a revelation, sending a jolt of energy through him. Finished with his coffee and cornetto, our expat steps back out into the morning bustle. The streets are already a whirlwind of activity, a symphony of roaring engines and blaring horns. Rome's public transportation system offers its own unique experience. The metro whisks passengers across the city, connecting ancient wonders with modern hubs. Our expat decides to brave the Roman streets on foot, navigating the crowded sidewalks. Each step on the Roman streets is a lesson in controlled chaos. Drivers navigate with a mix of audacity and experience, their horns blaring as a friendly warning. Scooters weave through traffic with balletic grace, their engines buzzing like angry wasps. Our expat, initially intimidated, gradually learns to anticipate their movements. Amidst this apparent chaos, there's a strange sense of order. The Roman commute becomes a series of unexpected encounters. Our expat, caught up in the flow of humanity, finds himself exchanging smiles with strangers. He observes the locals, their faces etched with the character of the city itself. These everyday moments weave a rich tapestry of human experience. The commute becomes an adventure, a daily exploration of the city's beating heart. Our expat's workplace is a study in contrasts, a modern office nestled within a historic building. Large windows offer breathtaking views of Roman ruins, a constant reminder of the city's layered history. The office is a melting pot of nationalities drawn together by shared professional goals. Italian, English, French, Spanish, a symphony of languages fills the air. The work itself is engaging, a blend of creative brainstorming sessions and focused individual tasks. Working in such a diverse environment provides a unique opportunity for cultural exchange. Lunch breaks become a culinary adventure, a chance to sample dishes from each other's home countries. Conversations flow easily, bridging language barriers through shared laughter and gestures. Our expat finds himself drawn to the warmth and generosity of his Italian colleagues. These interactions broaden his understanding of the world, fostering a sense of global citizenship. The workplace presents its own set of cultural nuances. Our expat approaches these intricacies with curiosity and caution. Humor, he discovers, is a delicate dance, its rhythm and timing varying widely across cultures. Language presents its own set of challenges, but he learns to embrace these linguistic hiccups. He becomes attuned to the unspoken language of Italian communication. Work becomes an integral part of our expat's Roman experience. His colleagues become his guides, introducing him to hidden trattorias and local markets. After-work aperitivi provide the perfect opportunity to unwind and connect. Weekends become mini adventures, exploring the Italian countryside and vibrant piazzas. Through these shared experiences, work becomes a gateway to a deeper understanding of Roman life. As the clock strikes noon, a familiar rhythm takes hold of the city. The workday pauses, replaced by the time-honored tradition of the leisurely lunch, a sacred ritual observed with reverence by Romans and expats alike. Offices empty, their occupants spilling out onto the sun-drenched streets, their senses piqued by the aromas wafting from nearby trattorias and cafes. Our expat, his stomach rumbling in anticipation, joins the throng of hungry souls, their paths converging towards their favorite lunchtime haunts. The streets become a vibrant tapestry of humanity, a symphony of chattering voices, clinking silverware, and the tantalizing sense of garlic, basil, and freshly baked bread. He navigates the crowded sidewalks, his senses on high alert, drawn by the promise of culinary delights. Each trattoria, with its colorful awnings, checkered tablecloths, and handwritten menus, beckons him to enter, offering a glimpse into the heart of Roman cuisine. He hesitates, torn between his desire to try something new and the familiar comfort of his usual haunt. Finally, he decides on a small, unassuming trattoria tucked away on a quiet side street, its faded sign promising traditional Roman fare. He'd been wanting to try this place, recommended by a colleague as a hidden gem, a place where locals gather for authentic no-frills meals. Pushing open the heavy wooden door, he steps inside, eager to embark on another culinary adventure. The trattoria's interior is a welcome respite from the midday sun, its dimly lit interior exuding a sense of timeless charm. Red checkered tablecloths adorned with simple carafes of local wine add a splash of color to the otherwise rustic decor. The air is thick with the aromas of simmering sauces, roasted meats, and freshly baked bread, a symphony of scents that awakens the palate and stirs the soul. Our expat is greeted with a warm buongiorno by the proprietor, a jovial man with a thick mustache and a twinkle in his eye. He's shown to a small table by the window, the perfect vantage point from which to observe the lunchtime rituals unfolding around him. The menu, handwritten on a chalkboard and recited with practiced fluency by the waiter, is a testament to the simplicity and freshness of Roman cuisine. He opts for a classic pasta dish, pasta alla Gricia, its rich flavors a perfect representation of the city's culinary heritage. The waiter, sensing his appreciation for authenticity, suggests a local red wine, its robust flavor a perfect complement to the hearty pasta dish. As he waits for his meal, he observes the other diners, their animated conversations and shared laughter filling the small space with a sense of warmth and conviviality. Families gather around tables, their children's laughter mingling with the clinking of glasses. Couples share intimate moments over plates of pasta, their eyes locked in conversation. Friends reunite, their conversations punctuated by expressive hand gestures and hearty bursts of laughter. The arrival of his meal is a feast for the senses. The pasta, cooked to al dente perfection, is coated in a creamy sauce, its rich flavor enhanced by the salty tang of guanciale, cured pork cheek, and the subtle heat of black pepper. Each bite is a revelation, a symphony of textures and flavors that transports him to the heart of Roman cuisine. He savors each mouthful, washing it down with sips of the robust red wine, its earthy notes a perfect complement to the hearty pasta dish. He closes his eyes for a moment, lost in the pleasure of the meal, the sounds of the bustling trattoria fading into the background. The lunchtime ritual, he realizes, is about more than just satisfying hunger. It's a celebration of life's simple pleasures, a time for connection and conviviality. It's about slowing down, savoring the moment, and appreciating the company of others. It's about embracing the Italian art of il dolce far niente, the sweetness of doing nothing. He observes the other diners, their interactions a testament to the importance of food as a social glue, a catalyst for conversation and connection. Conversations flow effortlessly, punctuated by shared laughter, knowing glances, and the occasional clinking of glasses. The trattoria, for this brief interlude, becomes a microcosm of Roman society, a place where people from all walks of life come together to share a meal, exchange stories, and forge bonds over plates of delicious food. The afternoon stretches before our expat, a blank canvas upon which to paint the colors of Roman life. Work responsibilities temporarily set aside, he embraces the freedom of these unscheduled hours, a time for exploration and discovery in a city that never ceases to amaze. He decides to wander, not aimlessly but with a sense of purpose, allowing the city to reveal its hidden treasures at its own leisurely pace. His steps lead him away from the familiar bustle of the main thoroughfares, his internal compass guiding him towards quieter, less traveled lanes. He stumbles upon charming piazzas, their fountains murmuring secrets to ancient statues, their benches occupied by locals engaged in animated conversations or lost in the pages of a book. He pauses to admire the intricate details of centuries-old buildings, their facades adorned with weathered carvings, their windows offering glimpses into lives being lived within. Each doorway, each archway, each cobblestone seems to whisper stories of the past, inviting him to piece together the fragments of history embedded in the very fabric of the city. The afternoon light, filtering through the leaves of ancient trees, casts dappled shadows on the cobblestone streets, creating a mosaic of light and shade. The air is alive with the scent of freshly baked bread, blooming jasmine, and the faint aroma of espresso, a sensory symphony that accompanies him on his journey of exploration. His wanderings lead him to a small, unassuming bookstore, its windows filled with a haphazard display of books in various languages. Intrigued, he steps inside, his senses greeted by the familiar scent of paper and ink, a comforting aroma that transcends cultural boundaries. The proprietor, an elderly gentleman with a kind face and wire-rimmed glasses perched precariously on the bridge of his nose, greets him with a warm smile. Our expat, mustering his limited Italian, inquires about a book on Roman history, eager to delve deeper into the city's rich past. The proprietor, sensing his genuine interest, engages him in a lively conversation, his Italian accented with the unique cadence of the Roman dialect. They discuss the city's history, its art, its cuisine, their shared passion for this timeless place, forging an unexpected connection. Our expat leaves the bookstore with a newfound appreciation for the city and its people, his arms laden with books that promise to unlock further secrets of Roman life. He realizes that every encounter, every conversation is an opportunity for cultural immersion, a chance to expand his understanding of this complex and captivating city. As the afternoon wears on, our expat finds himself drawn towards the tranquility of Villa Borghese, one of Rome's most beloved green spaces. He enters the park, leaving behind the bustling streets and immersing himself in the serenity of nature. He strolls along tree-lined paths, the air filled with the scent of pine needles and freshly cut grass. He pauses by the edge of a shimmering lake, watching children sail toy boats and couples steal kisses on benches beneath the shade of ancient trees. The sounds of the city, though still audible in the distance, seem muted, replaced by the gentle rustling of leaves and the melodic chirping of birds. He finds a quiet bench beneath the shade of a towering cypress tree and settles down with his book. The words on the page blur as he finds himself captivated by the beauty of his surroundings. Families picnic on checkered blankets, their laughter echoing through the air. Joggers run along the paths, their rhythmic breathing a steady counterpoint to the chirping of birds. Lovers whisper sweet nothings on benches, their love a tangible presence in the air. In this tranquil oasis, surrounded by the beauty of nature and the warmth of human connection, he finds a sense of peace, a moment of respite from the constant stimulation of city life. He closes his eyes, breathing deeply, letting the serenity of the park wash over him, restoring his spirit and preparing him for the evening ahead. As the sun begins its descent, casting long shadows across the ancient city, our expat finds himself reflecting on the day's journey. It's been a tapestry woven from the ordinary and the extraordinary, a blend of routine moments and unexpected encounters that have left an indelible mark on his soul. He realizes that living in Rome, even for a short time, has begun to transform him, subtly shifting his perspective and opening his heart to new ways of seeing the world. The challenges he's faced, navigating the chaotic streets, deciphering a new language, adapting to cultural nuances, have stretched him beyond his comfort zone, forcing him to rely on his instincts, his sense of humor, and his ability to embrace the unfamiliar. He's discovered a resilience within himself, a capacity for adaptation and growth that he hadn't fully realized before. He opens a small notebook, his fingers tracing the worn leather cover, a repository of thoughts, observations, and sketches that capture the essence of his Roman experience. He flips through the pages, each one a testament to the transformative power of travel, of immersing oneself in a culture so different from one's own. He's learned to appreciate the beauty of simplicity, the joy found in shared meals, the art of conversation that transcends language barriers. He's discovered a slower pace of life, a rhythm that values connection, tradition, and the simple pleasures of everyday living. As the city lights begin to twinkle, casting a warm glow on the ancient ruins, our expat feels a pang of bittersweetness wash over him. The day, with its myriad experiences, is drawing to a close, but the memories, the lessons learned, the connections made, will stay with him long after he leaves this captivating city. He knows that his journey is far from over, that there are countless other adventures to be had, other cultures to explore, other stories to be written on the blank pages of his life. But Rome, with its timeless beauty, its chaotic charm, and its warm embrace, will always hold a special place in his heart. He raises a glass of wine, a silent toast to the eternal city, a gesture of gratitude for the transformative experience, the unexpected encounters, the moments of joy, and the lessons learned. He whispers a silent grazie, Roma, a heartfelt expression of thanks for the indelible mark this magical city has left on his soul. And as he steps back out into the night, the sounds of laughter and music echoing through the ancient streets, he knows that this is not goodbye, but rather a ciao for now, a promise to return someday, to rediscover its magic, and to continue writing his own personal love letter to the eternal city.